Hello students, good afternoon everyone. So now this video we are going to discuss isomerism concept. So this is one of the most important concept in general organic chemistry of class 11. Okay, let us restart. Isomerism. Yes, what is isomerism? Isomerism is nothing but the phenomena of existence of two or more compounds having the same molecular formula but they are showing different physical or chemical properties. And that phenomenon we call it as what? Isomerism. So the phenomenon of existence of two or more compounds having same molecular formula but showing different physical or chemical properties. Okay, and that phenomenon we call it as what? Isomerism, and the compounds we call it as what? Isomers. And this isomerism we are classifying into two types. So one is structural isomerism and the second one is stereoisomerism. Structural isomerism and the second one is stereoisomerism. Yes, what is the structural isomerism? Here the pair of compounds having the same molecular formula. So this structural isomers are having the same molecular formula but they are showing different physical and chemical properties because of difference in their structure. Okay, because of difference in their structure they are showing different properties. Okay, and this structural isomerism we are further dividing into following types. The first one is chain isomerism, position isomerism, functional group isomerism, metamerism, ring chain isomerism, and finally tautomerism. So these are the different types of structural isomers. Next, coming to the stereoisomerism. What is the stereoisomerism? These are the compounds having the same molecular formula but their spatial arrangement is different. Okay, and that isomers we call it as what? Stereoisomers. And this stereoisomerism again we are further dividing into two types. Okay, one is conformational isomerism. And this conformational isomerism is possible only in case of alkanes. Only in alkanes we can observe this conformational isomerism. And these isomers are also called conformers, also called rotamers. Why? Because these isomers are formed by simply by the rotation of the carbon-carbon single bonds. So that is why this conformational isomers are also called what? Rotamers. Okay. So this we can in detail we can discuss in alkanes chapter. Okay. Now next one. Configurational isomerism. So configurational isomers are nothing but these are the isomers. One isomer is converting into another isomer only by the breaking of old bonds and making of new bonds. Okay, only by the bond breakings and bond formations only we can change one isomer into another isomer. And these isomers we call it as what? Configurational isomers. And these configuration isomers we are further dividing into two types. Okay, under this configuration isomerism we will discuss geometrical isomerism, and the second one is optical isomerism. So this is about the classification of isomerisms. Okay, isomerisms we are dividing into two types based upon their structure. Suppose If the pair of isomers having the same molecular formula but they differ in structure called structural isomers. The pair of isomers having the same molecular formula but they differ in their spatial arrangement of atoms or groups around it, that is called stereoisomers. So this is their classification. Okay, let us discuss the structural isomerism now. In that structural isomerism, first one is what? Chain isomerism. Chain isomerism. And the pair of isomers we call it as what? Chain isomers. Yes, what are the features of this chain isomers now? So that is this pair of isomers having same molecular formula. They are having the same molecular formula but differ in chain skeleton. But they differ in what? Chain skeleton. Those isomers we call it as what? Chain isomers. And one more point you should remember that to show the chain isomers, okay, that isomers having minimum of 4 carbons. Okay, the isomers are the compounds having minimum of 4 carbons. Minimum of 4 carbons only can show chain isomers. That point you should remember. Minimum of 4 carbons. So based upon the number of carbons, we can directly do the number of chain isomers which are possible. So here I am drawing the table. That is here number of carbons present in the hydrocarbon and here number of chain isomers. If the number of carbons in the given hydrocarbon is 4, okay, 4 means butane. So for butane, how many chain isomers are possible? 2 isomers are possible. N-butane, isobutane. Okay. Next, if the number of carbons in the hydrocarbon is 5, okay, number of chain isomers are 3. Number of carbons is 6, isomers are 5. Number of carbons are 7, isomers are 9. Number of carbons are 8, isomers are 18. Number of carbons are 9, isomers are 35. Number of carbons are 10, the total number of isomers are 75. So like this we can remember the number of chain isomers which are possible for the number of based upon the number of carbons present in the given hydrocarbon chain. Okay, so this is about what? Chain isomers. Next, go to the second type of structural isomerism, that is what? Position isomerism. Position isomerism, and those isomers we call it as what? Position isomers. What are the features of position isomers? Same as like here, these isomers are having the same molecular formula, but what they differ? But they differ in position of substituent or double bond or functional group. See, they are having the same molecular formula but they differ in the position. Position of what? Position of either the substituents or position of the double bonds or position of any other functional groups. And that isomers we call it what? Position isomers. And here, in case of monosubstituted, suppose if it is monosubstituted, that means having only one substituent. In case of monosubstituents, this hydrocarbons should have minimum of 3 carbons. Minimum of 3 carbons containing compounds only can show the position isomers. Okay, if it is a disubstituted means they are having how many substituents? 2 substituents. In case of disubstituents, okay, 2 carbons are enough. Okay, best example, vicinal dihalo compounds, geminal dihalo compounds. So in case of presence of only one substituents, minimum how many carbons required? 3 carbons required, greater than or equal to 3. Okay, in case of disubstituents, how many minimum carbons required? 2 carbons. So that is why greater than or equal to 2 carbon containing hydrocarbons can show the position isomers. And if it is aromatic compounds, okay, in case of aromatic compounds or cyclic compounds, okay, minimum of 2 substituents required. So these are the conditions required to show the, or minimum carbons required to show the position isomers. Okay, this is about the position isomerism. Next, go to the third one, that is what? Functional group isomers. functional group isomers. And these isomers we call it as what? Functional group isomers. Yes, what are the features of this functional group isomers? Having the same molecular formula. These isomers are having same molecular formula, but they differ in what? Functional group present in it. But they differ in what? Functional group present in it. And that pair of isomers we call it as what? Functional group isomers. Because of difference in the functional group, they are showing different properties. Okay, now here some set of compounds which are functional group isomers. Okay, so always remember, you should remember this set of isomers. Always remember that alcohols are functional group isomers to ethers. Alcohols and ethers, they both are what? Functional group isomers. Next one, aldehydes are functional group isomers to ketones. Next, carboxylic acids are functional group isomers to esters. Carboxylic acids are functional group isomers of esters. Next one, amines, primary amines. If you take primary amines are functional group isomers to either secondary amines or tertiary amines, whatever it may be. Primary amines are functional group isomers to secondary or tertiary amines. Okay, next one, cyanides are functional group isomers to isocyanides. Next one, dienes, two double bonds containing compound. Dienes are functional group isomers to alkynes. Okay, so these all, like, there are so many examples are there. So these are the few sets of functional groups which are isomer to each other. Okay, this is about the third one, functional group isomers. Next one, metamers. Metamers. Yes, what are metamers and what is metamers? And one more thing, first point you should remember about the metamerism is this isomerism can shown by the only compounds which are having polyvalent functional groups. Okay, this isomerism can shown by the compounds having polyvalent functional group. What are the functional groups comes under polyvalent? So polyvalent functional groups are nothing but ketones, okay, and secondary amines, that is R2NH, okay, or else ethers, etc. So these are what? Ethers, esters, RCOOR, etc. So these are what? Polyvalent functional groups. So in these functional group containing compounds only we can observe what? Metamers. Yes, tell me, what is metamerism? Metamerism is nothing but the pair of isomers having same molecular formula but differ in alkyl groups attached to them. And that pair of isomers we call it as what? Metamers. For example, I am giving example here. So that is what you take ketones, that is 2-butanol, that is CH3, CH2, CO, CH2, CH3. So what is the name of this one? 3-pentanol. And CH3, CH2, CH2, CO, CH3. Okay, they both are having the same functional group. Both are ketones only. But what is the difference? Here, 2 ethyl groups are present. But here, propyl group and methyl group is present. So they both are differed by the substituents which are attached to the same functional group. So that pair of isomers we call it as what? Metamers. Okay, next ring chain isomerism. Next category is ring chain isomerism. Ring chain isomerism, it is also one type of functional group isomerism only. It is a one type of functional group isomerism. In that, and these isomers having the same molecular formula, but one is open chain and another one is closed chain. Okay, and then that isomers we call it as what? Ring chain isomers. Best example. Okay, so here I am giving what is that? One is ring chain. Okay, you take propine. It is isomeric to propene, cyclopropene. Okay, they both are what? This is open chain and this is what? Closed chain. So this is what? Ring chain isomerism. Okay, this is a fifth category, and one more thing is what? Tautomerism. Tautomerism. It is also one type of functional group isomerism, the most important isomerism. Yes, what is a tautomerism? And this tautomerism also we call it as desmotropism. Desmotropism, or there are so many names to this tautomerism. Desmotropism or dynamic isomerism. Or cryptotropism. So these are the different names to the tautomers. Yes, what is this tautomerism? So in this isomerism, okay, this isomerism exists in two compounds which are readily interconvertible to each other. Suppose compound A and compound B. A can readily convert it into B, B can readily convert it into A. So that is what we call as a readily interconvertible to each other, and they both are at dynamic equilibrium to each other. And that isomers we call it, the pair of isomers we call it as what? Tautomers. Okay. So it exists in a pair of compounds, which are readily interconvertible to each other, and they both exist in dynamic equilibrium. Okay, and that isomers we call it as what? Tautomers, and this phenomenon we call it as what? Tautomerism. Tautomers are nothing but a pair of compounds having which are readily interconvertible to each other, and they both are at dynamic equilibrium to each other. And how these tautomers are forming? So the tautomers are forming means one form into another form, readily interconvertible. How they are readily interconvertible? By transfer of proton from one atom to another atom. Okay, so these are formed. The tautomers are formed. Due to transfer of hydrogen from one atom to another. Because of the transfer, one isomer is interconverted into another isomer, and because of this transfer of proton from one atom to another atom, okay, they leading the formation of what structures? Resonating structures. So because of transfer of proton from one atom to another atom, which structures are forming? Resonating structure. There was a difference between the resonating structures and tautomerism. Okay, let us see the differences. Resonating structures or resonance. You don't think tautomerism leads the formation of resonating structures, but tautomerism is different, resonance is different. Yes, let us discuss the difference between resonance and tautomers. Okay, the first one is The resonance is what? This is this is a phenomena which is what? Not real. Okay, this is an imaginary phenomenon. Okay, this is the imaginary phenomenon. Resonance is what? Imaginary. But tautomerism is what? Real. Because of the transfer of proton from one species to another species, tautomer structures are formed. But this is a imaginary. Okay, and resonating structures cannot isolate. Okay, we cannot isolate. Why? Because they are imaginary structures. How can we isolate? We cannot isolate the resonating structures. But tautomers can isolate. We can isolate the tautomers. Okay, and next one. In resonating structures, okay, there was no change in the position of the atoms. Okay, there was no change in position of atoms. Okay, the skeleton remains the same. Only the electrons are moving from one place to another place. But in tautomers, what happened? Proton is moving from one space to another space. Na? So here there was change in position of atoms. Position of atoms. So these are the three main differences between resonance and tautomerism. Okay. So okay, now tautomers here, proton is transferring from one atom to another atom. What is the condition required to show the tautomerism? Okay, two conditions required. So let us discuss the conditions required. The first condition is condition number 1. The compounds which are having at least one withdrawing group, electron withdrawing groups. So the compound should have at least one electron withdrawing group. Electron withdrawing groups means aldehyde group or ketone group, esteric group, like this. Any one withdrawing group it should have. The second one is this compound. The compound should have at least one alpha hydrogen. One alpha hydrogen. So when they fulfill these two conditions, then definitely the compounds can show what? Tautomerism. Okay, and this tautomerism based upon the number of positions the proton is transferred. Tautomerism we are classifying into two types, two systems. That is, one is dyad system. Okay, dyad system. The third one is triad system. So sometimes they are writing as TRYAD. This is DYAD. Dyad system, triad system. Dyad system means here the proton is transferred from one atom to another. How many positions, how many places it will displace? Two places. Best example, I am giving you the examples. HCNN means HCN. After the tautomerism, what happened? C double bond NH. That means the proton is transferring from carbon to nitrogen. Okay. What is the difference? Proton is transferred from carbon to nitrogen. How many positions it was displaced? 1, 2. 2 positions. That is why this is a dyad system. Best example. Okay. Triad system example. For example, C double bond O CH. Like that it is there. After the tautomerism, the proton is transferred from here to here. So COH double bonds like this. Now proton was transferred from this carbon to this oxygen. Carbon to oxygen. Here in this first isomer, hydrogen is attached to carbon, but in the second isomer, hydrogen attached to oxygen. How many places it was displaced? 1, 2, 3. So this is a triad system. Okay, dyad system and triad system, based upon the number of places the proton was displaced. Next, when you come, best example for this is, for the triad system is keto-enol tautomerism. Keto-enol tautomerism is the best example for this. Okay, this is a keto form and this is a enolic form. Best example, this is the one of the keto-enol tautomerism. Okay, next, when you compare the keto form and enol form, two isomers are there, keto form and enol form, the stability of keto form is always be greater. The stability of keto form is always be greater than enolic form. Okay, so this is the stability order. Stability of keto form is always be greater than enolic form. Suppose if you wanted to convert the keto form into enolic form, and that phenomenon we call it as what? Enolization. Okay, the phenomena or the process of conversion. The process of conversion of keto form into enolic form. What we call this one? Enolization. Enolization. And this enolization depends on so many factors. What are the factors on which the enolization depends? Factors. The first factor is what? Hydrogen bonding. The second factor is resonance. And the third factor is temperature. And the fourth one is nature of solvent. Nature of solvent. On these all four factors, the enolization depends. And when you arrange the all compounds into increasing order of their percentage of enolic form, okay, if you arrange, here I am writing, aldehydes are ketones. The basic aldehydes and ketones are having more keto form, less enolic form. So this is the order of percent of enolic form. So these are lesser than, this is enolic form. Aldehydes and ketones are having less enolic form. Then beta keto esters. Beta keto esters means on beta carbon keto group is there. Okay, beta keto ester. Beta keto esters are having lesser enolic form than di-beta keto compounds than phenols. That means phenol having high percentage of enolic form and less percentage of keto form. Whereas aldehydes and ketones are having high percentage of keto form, less percentage of enolic form. So this is what? Increasing order of enolic form. Increasing order of enolic form. So this is about the tautomerism. Okay. So this is the most important isomerism, tautomerism. This is nothing but it is just because of transfer of proton from one atom to another atom, one isomer is interconverting into another isomer, and that pair of, they both are at equilibrium, and that pair of isomers we call it as what? Tautomers. This is two types, diad and triad system. Keto-enol tautomerism, best example for this tautomerism.